YouTube. Is it YouTube or YouTube? You let me know. Hi beautiful people, today I wanted to give you a story because I'm a storyteller. Like by now you must know this stuff, like seriously. So when I was a little younger, probably around grade 3, grade 4, I was one of those odd kids that found it really hard and took the longest time to actually read time. So my mom would actually like ask me, okay, so what time is it? Like, can you just check the time? And so because I didn't know how to read time, I would always be like, the big hand is on 6 and the small hand is in between 3 and 4. I promise, like, guys, I do not lie. I lie not. This is how I read time until I was probably around grade 4. And I'm talking about a kid that is going to school and that is one of the top people in their little grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 class. But I could not read time. But watch this though. I always knew when it was time for wrestling. I always knew when it was time for Gem and the Holograms. I always knew when it was time for every single cartoon on television. I don't know, there was just a radar in the inside of me that could just, like, I just knew. If I was on the road playing cricket with the guys, because I used to play cricket with the guys. If I was on the road, I would quickly run. I don't know how I knew, but I would always just know when it was time for specific things on the TV. And I was thinking about it recently, and I actually realized that, there is actually radars that God has placed in the inside of us. That even though we don't know specifically what time it is in terms of the natural, there's certain things in our lives that can help us to identify what seasons God has placed us in. It's so amazing because these things are, sometimes you just feel like, I've entered into a new season. I don't know if you're like that, where you can just literally feel like something has changed. And I have just entered into a new season. It's a new season and I have to handle myself differently. I have to speak differently. I have to pray more. I have to read the word more because it feels like God is about to birth a new thing in me. I have been in those different kind of scenarios a number of times in my life where I knew something was about to change, and rightfully so, something changed. Now I want to encourage you to not concentrate on the physical time. I know for some of you guys, you feel as though naturally in the physical, you are late for specific things that you would have wanted. You are late for specific assignments. You're probably late for the specific ministry. You are late for certain areas in your life. Or you feel as though you're just not too sure. You're just not too sure. Because when you look at this time, you don't know how to read it. But something in the inside of you still tells you. It still tells you that time is now. For certain people, you just know that you need to start, whether it's a business now. For some of you, you just know that you need to start working on a specific project now. For some of you, you know that you need to start working on a specific collaboration now. There are internal radars that God has placed in the inside of us that allow us to know seasons. I love the Bible. It says that you know the times. You know when it's going to rain. You know where seasons are going to change. But you don't know what time it is right now. In essence, the person who's speaking this is basically just trying to say, you have to be aware. You have to be sensitive to seasons and times. And I'm hoping and trusting God for your life and mine that we will in this season just have a divine knowing of what time it is, and we'll have a divine understanding of what we need to do with this time. Because when we maximize on this time and we are rightfully aligned in this season for this time, I promise you great things will begin to happen. And I'm hoping for that for your life. I'm hoping for that for my life. And let us see what God is going to do in this time and in this season. Thank you so much for watching, and as I always say at the end of these videos, create your own life rhythm and dance to your own melody, whatever that means to you. I love you all for watching. Goodbye, wherever you are.